and then you're going for reading, right?
Yes, sir.
That's really good. You can ask me any questions if you have any doubts over there then.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions regarding them?
No, sir. They were clear to me.
That's really awesome. Now, just have a look here. I'm going to share with you the PDF once again. So this was the second passage in practice one. You have finished with it, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
you have taken around 9 minutes. Oh, sorry,
8.46.
8.46 seconds. That's really amazing. I believe that you would be taking here around 10 minutes, but you have just taken amazingly. And this one also, I have tried this one. This is the fourth one, the third one. And I
8
knew it would
minutes,
be going a
18
little bit
seconds.
hectic because it was quite messy over here. And you have taken how many? How many seconds were there?
8.18.
8.18. Wow, 8.18. Amazing.
Sir, I found the easiest one here.
This is one, right?
Yes, sir. I found easiest one.
Oh my God. This is actually, according to them, it is the toughest one. But still, if you are taking it very easily, means what you're going to get it 9 out of 9 then.
Yes, I
Good.
found more easier than the first passage.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. That's really awesome. Really amazing. So, did you feel any sort of difficulties over here?
No, sir. But I found that in the second task, second practice test, the first passage of left and right hands, there were many numericals, many numbers. They
Yeah,
were confusing me.
correct. Exactly. That's what I told you already. That if you're going, see here, 90%. Again, if you see here, 95%, then 5%. Correct. These were
Yes,
the
sir.
numbers which might just help you a lot to get confused. Now, again, if you see here, there are many numericals are there in this one, in the first passage,
Yes,
but
sir.
still you have given all the answers which were absolutely correct. But just remember, I'll tell you one more thing. Whenever you find any percentage, just mark it over here and you can just copy them if you want to.
Yes, sir.
Just for the practice right now. So you'll come to know what sort of percentage they are talking about. And whenever you find any sort of other things, means for example, other numericals are there. For example, age is there. For example, lane number is there. Address is there. You can just say anything, or you can say the ratio of the people. You can just write it down on the other side. So it will help you a lot to sort out them well in well mannered, and then you can write it down accordingly. All right.
Yes, sir.
Apart from this one, what else do you need here that shall I teach you? Did you start this map?
No, I have done above this. I have not
Okay,
started it yet.
okay, no problem at all. And see, one more thing is there. This map is really easy, very easy, huh? This map is really very easy, and I believe that you're going to just do it zip zap zoom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just go through the map. Just see and see first of all. Whenever you are going to get a map like this in the exam, so just go through the map once. Just see it first, where exactly the means located means areas are located. For example, Washington is here, and then California, Texas, United States. What exactly you're going to see there, the locations of them, and then just and don't waste time, huh? In all these things in watching them, just don't waste your time, and you can just start from here. And whenever you find and see again in this one, you will find there many numericals are there. They see here it could be what it would be what temperature would be there. Then again you will find there's some kind of percentage and years. Okay, you will find there's some years. See here again, if you see 2000 commercial beekeepers, then if you see over here 160 million bees. So beekeepers and bees, don't get confused in them. All right, beekeepers are different and then bees are different. Apart from this one, we'll find here C. In the 1880s, North American beekeepers experimented. So this is what in 1880s years are there. So you can just sort it out the years first. Again, if you see here, 90% pounds each. Now, what are you seeing the most important thing over here, Miss Apekshita?
90 pounds.
Correct. So you're going to underline that pounds first. Before it was what? They have given here million, 160 million. Now, if you see here 2000 commercial beekeepers means what? These are the what? Cardinal numbers. 1, 2, 3 like this. These are what? Cardinal numbers. 2000 beekeepers normal and 160 million. So just mark them out. All right. First of all, mark them out that 160 million. Again, if you see here, not until the 1920s. 1920. Now let me ask you one question. I'm really sorry. If they ask you a question like this in in the exam, that where were the beekeepers? I'm just giving you the example. All right. In 1926, what are you going to answer them? In 1926, I'm asking you. As I know well that you haven't started with this passage, but still I'm asking you a question there. They have given over here what? But that didn't prove that practical. Not until the 1920s when cars and trucks became affordable. Okay, if I asked you like this, have a look here, please. In 1926, cars and trucks were affordable. True or false? Hello?
False.
Exactly. Now, what do you mean by this 1926? Do we have this numericals in the passage?
Yes, sir, we have, but they have said until 1926.
No, see, they haven't said 26. See, they said 19.
1920. Okay, sorry, sir.
Yeah, 1920. That's why I'm asking you. They may ask you like this, huh? Remember, they may
Yes,
ask
sir.
you like this. If they ask you, for example, here it is the sentence is there. In the 1880s, North American beekeepers experimented the same idea. For example, in 1882, American beekeepers experiment. See, in
False.
1882, American beekeepers experimented. True or false?
False. 1880 is true.
No. This is what I'm going to teach you over here. This is actually true.
How, sir?
Why? In this is what I'm going to tell you over here. Pay attention. If they are saying 1880s, okay,
Yes.
what do you mean by this 1880s?
In
Could you please?
1880s, the 10 years.
Hmm. Exactly. It will be starting from 1882.
1889.
Exactly right. So what I asked you here, in 1882, American beekeepers experimented. True or false? It is true because they
True.
are saying what? See, in the 1880s, North American beekeepers experimented with the same idea. Yes, they experimented. I asked you, did they experiment in 1880? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Why 1882? It is coming in between this.
1880 to 1889.
Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Same case. In the 1926, cars and trucks were affordable, according to the passage. Have a look here. In where is that? Yeah. See, not until. See how they are playing over here with the mind. Not until. Not until the 1920s, where cars and trucks became affordable. So here, in 1926, cars and trucks were affordable. True or false?
False.
Exactly. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
So 1926 means what? If they are asking you 1920s, then
1920 to 1929.
correct. Any doubts over here?
No, sir.
So just don't get confused over. See, the moment when they ask you such questions over there, You'll be thinking, "Arey, 1926, they haven't given the CO in this one." When they're asking the questions, they might have given you this in this passage. You should be cleared. This is what for apostrophe. Again, for apostrophe, I would like to tell you one more thing. If they ask you, in apostrophe, they may ask you like this, maybe, huh? Maybe, but we shouldn't take any sort of risk like this. For example, he went to children's party. Okay, he went to children's party. He went to a children's party. If you see in this one, in the passage, if they have given you he has been for a child's party, so your answer must be he went to a children's party, and in the question they are asking you he has been for a child's party. It will be absolutely false. Why?
Child is
Correct.
singular and children is plural.
Correct. Apart from this one, and if they ask you like this, he went for a another question is there, ma'am. Have a look here. Correct the sentence. Correct this sentence. Correct this sentence.
Apostrophe is after S.
Correct.
It
Can
should
we
be
put
before S.
apostrophe after S?
No, sir, it will be wrong.
Correct. Why? Because children is already plural, right?
Yes.
Child is singular and
Yes.
children is plural
Plural.
of child. Now, children already plural. बच्चों की party. Ki means what? Ka, ki, ke. That's what apostrophe S. So over here, if they are asking you, it was what? Children's cis party. So it will be absolutely false. It will be wrong. Means what? You are just going to just remove this one as false. You're going to just put there. It is the incorrect sentence. All right.
Yes, sir.
So just remember then when are they putting their apostrophe S or not. For example, I'll ask you one more question. Maybe they ask you in future. If they ask you, so you should answer them. For example, he went for Jim's party. Is this correct? Correct the sentence.
We have to remove S from James.
Correct. Exactly. Why?
It's name.
You are absolutely right. But what if I write like this? He went for Peter's party.
No idea about it, sir.
Actually, this one is correct. It is absolutely true. And now you have also corrected this one. So this is also absolutely true. I'll tell you how. James is already ending with S, right?
Yes, sir.
So this word James is already ending with S. And if I'm going to write like this, James's party, it will sound very weird.
Yes, sir.
I think that I went for James's party. Have you ever heard this before?
No, sir.
No, it will look so weird. So after, if a word is ending with already S, so we can't put there apostrophe S. Instead of putting there apostrophe S, we are going to put there only apostrophe.
Apostrophe.
Point number one. Point number two, in the second sentence, you can see there, Peter's, we can put there S. Why? Because the word Peter is ending with
R.
R. So if we are putting there S, no problem at all. Same case. Let me ask you one more question. Now, you might have seen this one. men's parlor, right? Men's parlor or men's parlor? Which one is correct? Which one is correct? First one or the second one?
Second one.
Exactly. You're right. Because men is already plural. Mansansa means what? Lokansa. Mansansa. That's what men's parlor. Men is already the plural form of man. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And why it is wrong?
Because
Because
it
we
is plural. Because it is ending with S.
and this is absolutely wrong because we don't have the plural form of man, men's. Is this men's? No, it is what? Men.
Men.
Correct? The plural
Yes,
form
sir.
of man is men only,
Men.
not men's. So this one is absolutely incorrect. All right, this is absolutely incorrect. Remember this one.
Yes, sir.
So they may ask you such questions over there, so you should be prepared with them. All right.
Yes, sir.
In the next one, if you see there in this paragraph, you will find there a lot of numericals are there, but you should be prepared with them. That when are they asking about the dollars, the currency as well. See, for example, yeah, over here, see, they have said $32 each. So each means what? For
For
singular.
everyone, singular.
For singular. Now let me ask you one more question, ma'am. What do you think? Everybody, anybody, everyone, anyone, are these words singular or plural?
They
Are
must
these
be
words singular or plural?
they must be
Yes,
singular.
they must be.
Singular.
Yeah, absolutely right. They are absolutely singular. Now, let me ask you one more question. If they ask you such questions over there, every, see, everybody must have, everybody must have, must has his book. Is this correct?
Everybody must have his book.
Correct, exactly. Not has, it must be what? Have.
Have.
Getting it? Now,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
tell you one more thing. Everybody, people think that everybody should come to my party. We say like this, right? Anybody can dance with me. We say like this. So people think that we are just means we are just talking about the whole people. Means what? We are talking to the whole people. We are talking about the whole people. Actually, here, what do we mean? That everybody and everyone, it is what? Absolutely singular. Let me answer you over here logically. Are you saying that anybody?
Yes,
So
sir.
buddy is a singular. What?
Singular.
Same case. One is what?
One is singular.
Obviously singular. So people think that everybody, anybody, everyone, anyone, you can go, they think that "Arey yaar, it is actually plural, but they are what? Singular.
Because of every, they are
So you should be
confusing.
correct because of the word every. They are confusing us, so you shouldn't get confused with it. All right. See, body, and what is the plural of bodies? Body,
Bodies.
bodies. Same case here. Every, correct. Everyone, anyone. People don't think about this one. They don't think about this one, that's why they get commit a mistake, they commit a mistake over here. So anybody, everybody, anyone, everyone, these are what? These words are absolutely singular, so we are going to answer them according to the singulars only, not plurals. All right, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now one more. So they have given over here every, for, see there, for the 3-week long bloom, beekeepers can hire out their hives for $32 each. Each is what?
Singular.
Correct. It is only one. It's a bonanza for the bees too. Next one. Apart from this one, I would like to tell you one more thing you should just write down. See, there are some things which are going to confuse you a lot in such passages. You'll find their currency, you'll find their months, you'll find their years, you'll find their days names, you'll find their numericals, like for example cardinal numbers, you'll find their uh, decimal numbers. What do you mean by decimal numbers?
The numbers in points.
Correct. Numbers in points. For example, they may give you, for example, uh,
3.6.
correct, 3.6. So they might ask you some kind of like this. For example, they may ask you some mathematical expressions. What are those?
A plus B plus C.
Correct. So they may ask you anything. All right.
Frictions.
They may ask you, for example, minus. They may ask you for plus as well. They may ask you for anything else. For example, for percentage, for ampersand. For they may ask you for multiplying. So you should just remember them. Where are they talking about? The currency, the months, the years, the day names, the cardinal numbers, ordinal numbers as well. What do you mean by ordinal number?
Millions.
Not exactly. Ordinal numbers are what? For example, ordinal numbers like first, second, third, correct? Fourth. These are what? Ordinal numbers. And what do you mean by cardinal number? Simple, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 1. These are what your cardinal numbers, and ordinal numbers they may ask you. So just don't get confused. Now let me ask you one more question. If they have asked you pick up the fourth car and pick up the 4 cars. So what's the difference between them?
In second one, we have to pick 4 cards.
Very
And
good.
in first one, we have to pick 1 card, which is on the number 4th.
Correct. Exactly. This is only we are going to pick up the one first only 1 card, and that's which is on the position of 4th number, and we are going to have here 4 different cars. All right.
Yes, sir.
Again, if you see here, I would like to tell you one more thing. In the listening, they're going to make you wear headphones. The moment when you're going to give there the exam of listening, they're going to make you wear headphones, and you're going to sit in the classroom where exam will be held. You're going to wear the headphones, and you are going to listen to the audio only once. Only once you're going to listen
And
to
we
the
have to
audio,
write the answers.
and then you have to write down the answers. All right.
Yes,
But
sir.
remember, the moment when you are listening, you should have your pencil with you, and whatever you feel that अरे हाँ ये हो सकता है, so this is what you can just write down over there and just copy them. It is also
Yes,
very
sir.
easy. You should be very clear with your ears, and you're going to just crack it easily. It is much more
Sir, I
easier than
have done
this.
one test of it. On YouTube, they show the question paper and they also give the audio.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
I have done one time.
How was the experience?
Oh, they were nice. They were speaking so fast that we couldn't hear it nicely. But I done it. My 3 answers were wrong.
Okay. Actually, see, at the beginning you will feel that they are speaking so faster, and see, I'll be sending you the audios too, as soon as in the on your mail or in the application as well. So on both the side, I'll be sending you the data over there, so you can just save them, as well as you can practice them over there. So you will find there, if they ask you, for example, I've asked this question in my demos also, and I've been asking this question in my normal lectures of English. For example, if they ask you the trees were brought down on 20th. The trees were brought down on 20th. I'm repeating once again, Miss Apekshita. The trees were brought down on 20th. Can you please tell me the date?
28.
Now, see here. I said the trees were brought down on 20th. 20th means what? 20. I did not say the trees were brought down on 28th. See here, 28th and 20th. There's a huge difference between them. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
So 28th and 20th, 19th, 20th, 20th, yatha, that's what? 20. So you should be clear with your ears the moment when you are listening to the test of IELTS of listening. So these are going to help you a lot, especially this is what? Ordinal and cardinal numbers over there. All right.
Yes,
What
sir.
exactly do you feel the most difficult question in IELTS reading?
They're giving the synonyms and antonyms, only the difficult one. My
Okay,
mind is not
at
catching
the
them at that time only, but I
huh,
will practice it.
okay. Just let me give you a question over here. See, if they are talking about, see, in this one, in the passage which you are going to solve, see, migration at night. They have given a word over here, at night, right?
Yes, sir.
If I ask you, for example, at night, if they give you such kind of words over there, so you should understand it well. For that, you'll have to go with your thesaurus from today itself. All right. If they ask
Yes,
you
sir.
for the word night, all right, a word is there for night. How are you going to tackle the situation? Now, for example, do you know this word? You mightn't be knowing, maybe. Yes. Do you know this word, twilight?
No, sir.
Okay. Twilight is the what? The time of early evening. It is the time of early evening. So they may ask you, what was the question? The sentence, what was the sentence? Yeah, for migration at night when the hives are. So they may ask you such question like, for example, they decided to migrate in the twilight. So at night means what? It is your early evening. Means the sky is getting black and the darker. Okay, so you
Yes,
can decide that yeah, it is absolutely true. Why? Because you have this word twilight here in the passage and they are asking for the night in the question. Are you getting the point?
yes, sir.
So they may ask you such questions as well. So it is what kind of synonym of night, that's what twilight. Same case, if you see here, evening. For evening they may ask you a word over there. It was a time of dusk. What do you mean by dusk?
Dusty.
No, not dust, it is dusk. Dusk. Dusk is the time of
The
very
sun.
early.
The sun is looking. What we say?
Reddish.
Sun is looking like.
It is going
I'm
down
not getting the.
for sunset.
Yes, sir. The sun is spreading, like spreading it is color.
Correct. The sun spreads its colors at the time. That's what the dusk time means. What, for example, I could say there, dusk time would be there in 20 minutes right now. See, it's what 5:40 right now over here, right?
Yes, sir.
Just in 20 minutes, next 20 minutes, you will find there the time of dusk. 20 or maximum 30 minutes means what? It is the time when the sky gets darker from lighter. As you can see here, the sky is completely bright right now, right?
Yes, sir.
And the time when the sky gets darker, that's the time of dusk, and it is the time of especially sunsets.
Sun is spreading its color.
Correct, it spreads the whole color of sun on the sky. That's the time of dusk. So means what? It is the early, the best time of evening. Getting it? So they may ask you such questions as well, so you should be prepared. And I know it will go a little bit difficult for you to understand what are the synonyms and antonyms, because I used to face the problems too. Why? Because they used to use sometimes very technical words over there. Sometimes they used to use very technical words, and sometimes they used to use normal words as well. For example, instead of using the word information, for the word information, they used to use there the word data. The data was found in the hard disk, and the information was found in the hard disk. So information and data both are the same.
Same.
Exactly. So they may use some kind of technical words. Let me tell you one more thing. For example, disaster. Disaster is a normal English word, right? But if they have given you any geographical article, So they may give you some kind of other word which is suitable for geographical language. Can you please give me any word? Disaster, synonym of disaster. Any synonym of disaster?
Earth-breaking incident.
Very good. Or let me tell you one more thing. You can say here act of God. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you see here act of God means what? It is the same case. What is that? Disaster. They may give you a word like this. Phenomenon. What is phenomenon? Again, disaster.
Disaster.
Correct? Now, again, if you see here earthquake. Earthquake what? Disaster.
Disaster. Flood. Disaster.
Correct. Tsunami, disaster. Flood, disaster. They may
Disaster.
ask you such questions which may contain some kind of synonyms and antonyms. And sometimes they may ask you some questions which are completely reversed. Reverse question they may ask you. For example, if you see here, they want to say that again. If you see here, reverse question, like for example, it was. Instead of saying the same synonyms, they are going to ask you for antonyms with not. For example, it was, if they want to say disaster, it was not, we can say it was not a particular day, it was not a peaceful day. Now, if we say it was not a peaceful day, means what?
There was a disaster.
Correct. So they may just give you some kind of answers, some kind of words over here. Suppose if they have given you this word like this, write the answers in 3 words. And in the passage, they have given this word, not peaceful day. And if the questions they are asking you, disaster, a word, find out the word which is equivalent to disaster in the passage. Write the answers in 3 words. So you're going to write there, not
Not
peaceful
peaceful
day.
day.
Correct. So you are going to write the such answers. They're going to give you the marks. All right.
Yes, sir.
Apart from this one, now I would like to tell you one more thing, that as you're using the thesaurus, dictionary, whenever you find in the test, whenever you find any sort of words out there which are containing some kind of different meanings, or any technical words are there, just go and check out the synonyms. Go and check out the thesaurus, synonyms and antonyms with them. So you should be prepared with it, that they may ask you any questions over there. And if they ask you, you should know the answers. All right. And see, whenever you find there any synonyms and antonyms in the passage, just underline them. It will help you a lot to get the answers very quickly. And you are going very amazing with the speed. So have you calculated the whole time of 3 passages which you have solved of task 1?
For reading, I need 27 minutes.
For reading, you took 27 minutes. Okay. And for answering and transferring the answers?
For answering and transferring the answers, I have not calculated it. But for first, I need
How many minutes did you take for the first one?
4 minutes for the first one.
Okay, for 4 minutes. And the remaining one you haven't counted yet, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, no problem at all. See, accordingly, if you have taken 4 minutes, then again 5 minutes, then again even suppose 8 minutes. What is the calculation now over here? 27 plus 4, 31, 31 plus 5, 36, 36 plus 8, 46. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly means what? If I take it around even 50, means you're going very amazing. You'll have more 10 minutes
10 minutes to
to check
recheck
your
my
answers.
answers.
Correct. To check your answers and to clarify them once again. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
But still remember, at the end, you won't have such kind of time even there in the exam. So don't hesitate yourself. practice a lot. See, I'll tell you one more thing, that if you are going to practice more and more and more, you're going to you're going to give your amazing, the best one. All right. Practice makes man perfect. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So simply you have to practice a lot. And see, especially I would like to tell you that you should practice for synonyms, for antonyms, and for the words which are complicated, especially, and you should practice especially for the numericals. Whatever the numerical words they are giving you, you should practice of them. And see, tomorrow we have that. Tomorrow we have Friday, and tomorrow I'm going to take your one test over here. We're going to have it one over here. So just get up with the reading. All right, I'll read once and you are going to read it too. All right, so we are going to go
Yes,
through
sir.
them. You're going to find out the answers, and I'll be making you to over here solve one test. The full test we are going to solve over here, and let's see how many means how much time we take over here. All right, so if
Yes, sir.
possible, then we are going to join before 5. It would be around what, for example, 4:50.
Okay, sir.
Okay, 4:50 or 4:45. So it will take, at least we are going to get there 15-20 minutes more. So let's see, with the full stopwatch we are going to just count our timing, and we are going to see how much time are we taking to complete the task. All right,
Yes, sir.
so we are going to take maybe task 3, maybe task 4, or maybe task 5. Okay, from the same book.
Yes, sir.
So let's hope for the best, and you're just going to have it once again, and I believe that you're going to complete it your today, your task 2 as well, completely.
Okay,
Okay,
sir. I will complete it.
sure, sure, sure. And apart from this one, what are you doing at home? Means what, like what are you practicing for this one? Anything else? Are you practicing for this one?
No, I'm just reading books and seeing the English news. I'm
Okay,
practicing my
that's really
for
awesome.
SSC
Apart from
exam
this one,
too.
would like to tell you one SSC exams. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. You continue, please. Actually, you were mute.
I'm reading books, textbook, and also practicing for SSC exam.
All right, all right. When are the exams?
Oh, we didn't get the timetable because of COVID, but they may be in April or May.
Oh my God. So they haven't considered your academic year from January to December, right?
Yes.
All right, no, no problem. So when are you going to crack the exam of IELTS? After your exams or before your exams?
Anytime, if our course will after the exam, I will crack it.
Yeah, that is what I just believe too, that you should crack it after your exams, because it will take around full February as well. January and February, we are going to have for 2 months. Means what? 4 weeks for one module and then 4 weeks for the second one. Means what? Like for example, we are going to have in the first week, it is the first week, reading, then next listening, then speaking and writing. Again, reading, listening, speaking and writing. All right.
Yes, sir. So I will crack it in May or June.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, no problem. So after your exams, you can just go with it. Good. And just please keep on practicing your other things as well. And apart from this one more thing is remaining. I just forgot to explain you. As you can see here, see, Egyptians, Nile, banks. I see that the first letters.
Yes, sir.
So whenever we have a proper noun, we are going to write down the first letter capital, right? So they
Yes,
may
sir.
ask you some questions over there, that correct the sentences which are given below. If they have given you the questions, like for example, Egyptians keep beads on the banks of the Nile, and if they've kept that Egyptians E small and banks B capital, so you should understand it well. Getting it? So
Yes,
you
sir.
should know that whenever your proper noun is coming, you're going to write down the first letter capital, and whenever means a common noun is coming, you're going to write down the letters absolutely small. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And apart from this one, I'm really sorry for yesterday. I'll be sending you all the recordings today itself, and I'll be adding you to the another batch as well, where you will find there all the recordings of the lectures which I have taught even for the other classes. So you'll come to know that exactly what are they doing and what are they learning from there. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good. So you'll find that the articles are there, prepositions are there. Now, for example, for prepositions also, they are going to ask you something again, something tricky. Let me ask you some questions over here. Uh, Trying to connect. Now, for example, if they ask you, the book was kept behind, correct? The book, the book kept behind. The book kept behind. It was in the passage. The book kept behind. It is in the passage. In the question, they are asking you, the book was not ahead. Write down. So you are going to write there the word.
So I didn't understand the question.
Let me just actually see, it is showing trying to connect. I want to write it over here. I'm just repeating once again. In the passage, okay, in the passage, they have written, the book kept behind. The book was kept behind, correct?
Yes.
Good. And if they are asking you in the question, the book was not ahead, the book was not in front of the person, what are you going to write the answer?
True.
Absolutely. Means what? Ultimately, you are saying not ahead means what? It was where it was? It was
Behind.
correct. So they may ask you in prepositions also. So you should get cleared with it. The moment when they are asking the questions, you should be clear with the terminology, that what are they asking me exactly. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just remember these things, and it will help you a lot for your prepositions as well. When they have used their on, in, at. For example, if they ask you, correct the sentences. For example, the bees were migrating on July. Is this correct sentence? The
No.
bees were migrating on July. Then
The bee were migrating in July.
correct, in July, not on July. And the bees were migrating in Friday. Can you say like this?
No, on Friday.
Correct, on Friday. Okay, the bees were migrating at 1990.
The bees were migrating in 1990.
Correct. In 1990 means what? You should know that when to use in, on, and at as well. For example, the bees were stationary. Again, see, stationary. I think, yeah, I have showed you this one, right? It's stationary
Yes,
and
sir.
stationary.
Yes, sir, you have shown.
Yeah. So the bees were stationary at the gates. Is this true or false?
False.
No, it is true. See, the bees were stationary at the gate. So gate is what? Exact place, right?
Yes.
So for exact places, we are going to use there at.
At.
Yeah. And for exact timing, we are going to use there again
At.
at. For example, if I ask you, uh, they started producing at 7:30. Is this correct?
Sir, I didn't listen to the question. They started?
They started the production at 7:30.
Yes, sir, true.
Yeah, it is absolutely true. And if I ask you, they started the production on time. It is true?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And they started the production in time.
Yes, sir. It's
Correct.
also
It is
true.
also true. So sometimes what happens, if I tell you one more question, listen to me carefully. Uh, they stayed in a nice hotel. It is correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Very good. They stayed at a nice hotel. It is correct.
Yes, sir.
Very good. They stayed on a nice hotel. It is correct.
No, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So they stayed at a nice hotel. Correct. They stayed in a nice hotel. Correct. And they stayed on a nice hotel. It is absolutely false. It is absolutely incorrect. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
But still you're going to get the videos. You can go according to the videos, and you can just find there the correct answers are there. All right.
Yes, sir.
And if you have any questions, you can ask me anytime.
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow we are going to have here one test which we are going to solve here in front of us. As you know well, that you are going to go with the key points, for example numericals and all, with the numbers, years, months, names, then capitalization, spelling, and some other keywords are there, key points are there. So you are going to just get them in an order, and we're going to just solve one test today over here, right?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
So just get prepared for this one. And tomorrow we are going to have here class at 4:45.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Sure. Cheerio.
So I just want to ask when to give the advance.
You can pay before Monday. No problem at all.
So your bank details I will transfer by phone pay.
Okay, I'll send you the phone pay number.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
And keep practicing. And if you have any questions, any doubts, you can text me.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Cheerio.
Cheerio.